things we ran a comedy quiz, and we had the man who threw eggs at the king as our mystery guest final round. And again, I too was quite starstruck, and when he asked if he could get a drink, I was going, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll buy it for you. And this is genuinely true. What we did is, when the team guessed who he was, we gave him a load of Haribo fried eggs to throw at him. See how he likes it. So I think that joke covers all spectrums, because there are going to be royalists in the crowd who go, yeah, fucking get him.
Are you ready for your next act?
One day I will stop turning this microphone off. Your next act's called Jeanette-Wheatley, so please give a massive round of applause to Jeanette-Wheatley!
Howdy guys. It's very good to be in York for a lot of reasons. I think the biggest one is because I live in Wakefield. So it's surprising they actually let us out. Some of them they don't, but we might get to that later. But yeah, so I like coming to York because I've eaten at every restaurant in Wakefield. There aren't that many. And the ones that I haven't eaten at, I get a lot of Uber Eats from. Just a condition of being a 38-year-old widow, I guess. So when I come to York, I like to go to this Hotpot restaurant because, I'm not going to actually cook food at home. But, if they're going to let me cook it at a restaurant, that's pretty cool, right? It's like food entertainment. I could be doing this in my kitchen. I can make my own soup. But somehow it's just more participatory to do it in public. Makes me feel social. I've been hitting the Korean grill in Leeds lately too. Pretty much the same concept, cook your own food, pay 20 quid to cook your own food. It's fascinating. I mean, I used to like going to those Japanese places where they cook the food in front of you. At least you're paying money for them to entertain you. Right now I'm just paying money for me to entertain myself. Making my own soup. Like, I do have a kettle, I could just make a cup of soup at home, I do that sometimes. Yeah. It was great too, they got, the one I went to, you guys remember those little robots that they came out with during the pandemic? They follow the track and bring your food straight to your table so you don't have to interact with anybody or anything?
Yeah.
Well, they got one of those. And the waitstaff, man, do they hate it. The waitress is going on and on to me about how horrible this robot is. She's it goes at 2 miles an hour along the set track. I mean, it's very slow. And then on top of that, it's got trays and stuff, but it doesn't give you the food. So this poor girl has to follow the thing 2 miles an hour, or beat it to the table and just wait there. I'm oh, you got an interesting job there, I guess. Robot's not putting her out of work anytime soon, apparently. So not coming for the jobs at the Hotpot restaurant yet. Yeah, well, and it's great because I always order the spicy one, and I don't know why. It's really spicy. It's probably too spicy for me. But at this point, there's something kind of neat about being able to cough in a restaurant and not have people flee. No, I got a good excuse. It's all those Szechuan peppers. Yeah. And, the staff at these places, they always come up to me. They're you're eating the spicier one that even the natives don't eat. I'm well, make it less spicy then. I don't know. It's a challenge now. I'm not gonna get the mushroom. You guys are complimenting me. During the pandemic, we went out to eat out to help out with my late partner once, and he'd never had Vietnamese food, so it was an interesting adventure. I didn't think it was that spicy, but in the middle of the restaurant, he just starts coughing, and it's the middle of COVID, and all the people other than the waitstaff are looking at us. He literally flees the restaurant. I'm there waiting for the bill. They're was the food not good? They're worried, they offended us with the food or something. I'm no, we're just worried he's coughing in the restaurant. You don't want to make all your customers run away. And we don't know if it's the food. We still have to go take a test just in case. And they're just like, next one's free. I'm like, no, like it's our fault. Turns out he didn't like Vietnamese food that much, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's true. Yeah. So yeah, it's strange though, being a 38-year-old widow in Wakefield. I had to go get my wedding dress dyed black for the funeral, because actually I didn't have a lot of clothes over here. It was kind of embarrassing. But I wanted to do that anyway. So I'm coming back from the Asda where I actually had them do it. I'm walking on this boring road in the middle of like suburban Wakefield. I stop in for a pack of cigarettes at a gas station in the middle of nowhere. And the clerk is like, he cards me or whatever, so I give him my passport. It's an American passport, obviously. He's like, oh wow, do you like being here? I'm like, yeah, it was always my dream to visit this sicko in the middle of nowhere in Wakefield. I didn't have any other plans. Thank you guys, you've been a great audience.
I have been doing comedy for, I think, 7 years at this point. Probably shouldn't have said that. At that point, I maybe should be better at it, but thanks for not showing that out. But I'll tell you something that happened to me recently at a gig that I went to. I